Okay, hello, welcome to Matchday 2. Very brutal turnaround. We're here at the crack of dawn. Well, it is for me anyway. Crack of dawn before the 10 a.m. deadline.
I don't think 9 a.m. is the crack of dawn, Tristan.
I know it definitely is in my book, but I know it isn't in most. So we've got Wales, the huge Wales and USA game is sorry, Wales Iran game is coming up. Obviously, got that on my mind, but I have created some space on my mind for our wildcard. So a quick review of Matchday 1, which wasn't great. Obviously, I missed Matchday 1. I'm not saying that's anything to do with it, although viewers can draw their own conclusions on that. But our defence is strong. 4 clean sheets, but I think most people had that because there were a lot of low-scoring games, a lot of goalless draws, and it was fairly common to see a lot of clean sheets in fantasy teams. Goalkeepers, that's disappointing. Al Sheep with a -1 there to kick things off, and we thought, oh, it's fine, we'll bring Martinez in. And of course, one of the shocks of the World Cup was Argentina losing to Saudi Arabia. So it was what it was. Midfield, the points very hard to come by unless you had Saka or Rabiot or someone. But in my own team, I also didn't manage to catch any of those points. And then up front, okay, didn't realize we had Nunes. Just first time seeing that. That's a bit unlucky, I
wish
guess.
we didn't.
Yeah.
Uruguay.
Messi and Kane. I believe they still need to update some points, but because I think Messi will be on 7 because of shots on target, but we'll see if that happens. I mean, Kane, I think at the end of the day, power captain was useless because we would have picked him anyway, wouldn't it? But it is what it is. It might, if Messi gets a couple more points, then we would have gained a point from that. But anyway, you got to feel pretty hard done by it. But anyway, onwards and upwards to Matchday 2. And we're gonna, well, actually, we don't know. I haven't discussed it yet, but in my own team, I've used a wild card because of this sort of rule where, not rule, but I don't know what you want to call it, but apparently you can have a sort of wild card for Matchday 2 and Matchday 3 if you because you can set your team up now and then make transfers after they've played and set your team up for Matchday 3. So you essentially get a wild card for 2 match days in a row. So that's why it's the popular time to use it. The alternative would be to use it in Matchday 3, which would be useful. There are pros to that because there'll be rotation, no doubt, with some teams, having already qualified, perhaps. You think of Spain, possibly England. Remember 4 years ago in Russia, Southgate rested almost his entire team for that Belgium game in the third fixture, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that is something to consider, but there is the fact that you can make transfers during the match day with this game. If you see one of your players isn't playing, you can bring him out for a player that is playing. So we will have that option.
So if you want a wild card, then let's do it. Who would you want to bring in?
Okay, looking at our team. So I think sticking with Dutch defence is probably decent, wise, to be honest. I mean,
yeah.
Ecuador, okay, Enner Valencia started the tournament with a bang, but will he do it again against a Dutch defence? I'm not sure. Trippier still looks good, or any England defender really. I wouldn't keep Mailer. I wouldn't keep El Sheeb. Probably wouldn't keep Ericsson. Caicedo, however you say him, and then.
I mean, I know Al didn't do that well in the first game, but do you see Senegal being as potent as Ecuador?
Probably not. But it's still a good team. I mean,
I thought Senegal looked quite good, to be honest.
Yeah,
just to have a point of difference.
You just lack that sort of magic up front, didn't they? But they are a very solid team.
That'd be quite good to go for a triple Dutch defence then and get Noppert in as a cheap goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think that is tempting. Noppert. The thing is, there's loads of 4 million keepers knocking about.
Yeah.
I had two.
We've got to get it. We've got to get him in simply because Al-Sheeb ain't qualifying. So we'll have to change the second goalkeeper at some point. Might as well do it now on the wild card.
Well, yeah, we'll get unlimited transfers for the round of 16. But yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, of course.
But you wouldn't have him anyway.
Of course.
Well, we'll put him in for now.
Can't afford him for now. We've got to get someone out.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just.
Daniel James. He would go, I imagine.
Yeah. So let's just do all that.
Is there a Senegal player that we could get in?
You want a Senegal player, right? Okay.
Yeah.
In all positions, right? Okay.
Midfield.
Look at a midfielder.
And the answer is not much.
Not really.
God, everyone's a forward on this game.
I would go Senegal defence personally. Against Qatar. I know they're hosts, but they.
Okay, but what defender are you getting rid of then?
Mailer.
Getting rid of Mailer. Okay.
Against France. Sabali is 4 million. Played the first game, 90 minutes. Very cheap.
Get him in.
Just put him in.
Put him in there. Put him in, coach.
He's put me on the bench for some reason, but
that's fine. We'll sort that in a minute.
Change that around after.
You've taken someone out. Yeah, have you accidentally taken someone out? No, you've not.
It's
Nunes.
I don't know what's going on. We'll just go with that for now and see what happens. Oh, now he's in.
There we go. There we go. Okay. You also accidentally took out Martinez for not Al-Sheeb.
Well, it's just deciding what it wants to do at this stage. Ultimately, we'll have two different keepers, so it doesn't really matter, does it? We can select the other keeper, unless you want Martinez still. He's quite expensive for a keeper. I probably wouldn't spend that much in that position, really. What do you think?
I don't like not having any Argentina defensive cover, but okay. If there's anyone better that we could get, cheaper. What's the Welsh keeper?
Hennessy. I don't know.
We shouldn't get him anyway because they have got England. They have got England next. So
okay, so let me just talk you through the. You can't do a sliding scale. Let me do points then. Total points. Okay, so you've got Darman at Chizia, 4 million. He plays against Australia.
There's a cheaper Tunisian defender who plays a 3.5er.
Okay, well, we can come to him.
His name's Bron with two N's, Bronn.
Okay.
Yeah, but who does he come in for? I want Sousa.
Yeah, well,
it's good as Canada looked against Belgium. They didn't score. They've still not scored at the World Cup.
Let's just decide on second keeper, then we can move on to defenders. Yeah. So, okay, so we've got Darman who plays Australia, and obviously he kept a clean sheet in the first game. We've got, I wouldn't get the Ecuador keeper now because they're playing the Dutch. We've got Rocher, but they play Portugal, so I wouldn't do that. We've got Gonda. He's been proving quite popular because he plays Costa Rica. And obviously Japan beat.
He was a lot of fun.
We could double up on the Senegal. We could get the Senegal keeper. Who's Mendy?
5.5.
Oh, what a joke for price that is.
Given that you can change your goalkeepers, I just don't think it's worth spending much money because you're probably likely to get a clean sheet out of 2 games, aren't you?
Yeah, that's a shame though. His price is a joke when you consider other prices.
Milinkovic, 4 million, plays Cameroon. I think Serbia are pretty solid. They've just played.
That's not a bad option. That's not a bad option, Milinkovic.
Right, well let's stick him in for now, and then we can change later if you want. We've done 3. So... Okay, at the moment we've got a full defence, so we can
right.
If we
can
need
we
to.
have? I was going to say, can we afford Shaqiri?
You do love Shaqiri, don't you?
Well, because he's a guaranteed performer at international tournaments, an assist. in his last game.
I'll put him in for James for now.
Excellent.
Now I quite like. There's a few players I like. I like Tadic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did quite like that.
I like Kamada at Japan. He's number 10. He plays guitar and he's very cheap. I think he's 5.5. He didn't.
Well, I'm up for those two. If you want to get rid of Ericsson or Musiala,
I really
I'll
enjoyed.
get rid of both of those. But let me just.
thought Musiala played well. To be fair, against Japan, it's just Germany look at shambles again.
And they play like very good looking Spain.
And if they don't win that, assuming Japan will beat Costa Rica, who look terrible, by the way. If Germany don't win that game, they're out.
Okay. Other options: Perisic, Saka, Bellingham. All good choices. Perisic playing in the front three. Croatia again didn't do anything, but could easily. I think he came close, didn't he, in the first game? For England, I think we need an England defender and midfielder in there. Obviously, Saka was the one that hauled Matchday one.
Sterling's a forward, so we can't get him.
Yeah. Whereas Bellingham just looks like an absolute star, doesn't he? And I've seen this I keep falling foul of this in Champions League fantasy, like thinking, he's not an attacking midfielder, so I won't get him, and he scores every game, like. And yeah, I just feel like there's always like a breakout player in the World Cup. It looks like it'll be him a bit. But if you're not sold on him, I think we need triple England. To be fair, I don't know if you're.
I'm not sure. It's like I'm worried about Kane. His ankle's not right. I know he's been past fit, but his ankle ain't perfect. Like if I had a choice between Kane or Bale this week, I'd want Bale. I really would. I fancy him to haul against Iran. I fancy him to outscore Kane.
But he was terrible in the first game. He just scored a penalty. But
we'd have both, and we'd get Darwin out for him. He was terrible and still scored, Trystan. Says it all.
I know he scored a penalty, but I think you win the penalty. Okay, you see, is it just because you're England and you're nervous about the?
No, not at all. Southgate's probably going to rest players once we beat USA, which is another thing. I'll tell you right now, if we beat USA, I'll be stunned if Kane plays against Wales. I really will.
But that's the thing that I mentioned earlier. We can just get rid of.
We're going to have to. We're going to have to. We're going to have to do that.
We don't need to worry about Matchday 3. Like this is like a free hit.
Because we do Darwin for Bale. That's what I would want us to do. That's something I'd push for. I would actually really do want Bale in the team. That's something that's important to me that we get him in.
So is Bale a striker in this? Right, okay.
Yeah, Bale's a forward. He's 8 million.
Okay.
I mean, if we're getting in someone at Bale's price,
for Charlton,
yeah, or Giroud, who I almost had on my first team and I really regret taking out.
Yeah, both good. There's so many good options up front. It's the problem.
Yeah, it's horrendous up front. There's no one midfield. There's a dearth of options in midfield, and up front there are loads.
I think Giroud's just tied on the French all-time goal scorer. So getting another goal is going to be. I mean, obviously that's his job anyway. But he's got 2 games to become the top goal scorer for his nation. He's going to be in the box for everything.
You love Giroud.
You got to look at it this way: is Giroud going to outscore Messi, Kane, or Bale?
I think
Bale has an Iran team that conceded 6, and with a second choice keeper, Harry Kane is Harry Kane. Lionel Messi is Lionel Messi.
I would, if I was swapping one of these 3, I would swap Kane for Richarlison or Giroud.
Ooh.
Because if England score today and it's not Kane, they'll take him off.
He had an XG of 0, by the way. Did Kane against Iran? Got 2 assists. Had an XG of zilch, 0, never.
I don't know what XG means, but is that good or bad?
Expected goals.
No, I know what it means, but I just don't understand it at all.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
it just basically means he wasn't in goal scoring positions and didn't have a good option. Yeah,
France have tough opposition as well, though. France have Denmark, and they're a good team.
Yeah, they're
defensively solid team.
Well, they're solid, but I think they've not I think France will find ways through.
I mean,
but will they find enough ways through? Will they score more than once, etc.? So you got to look at.
in my wildcard, there was no way I wasn't having Mbappe. Like I know I was just going on about Bellingham, but Mbappe is the best player in the tournament.
Yeah,
I'd be happier dumping Kane for Mbappe, to be honest, and then maybe downgrading a midfielder, getting Kamada in for Eriksen.
I'd be happy dumping Messi for Mbappe and
I wouldn't want to dump Messi at 70% owned.
Yeah,
because he still should have had more than what he got against Saudi Arabia. Scored a penalty, had a goal assist chalked off for Viet for offside, a goal and an assist.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that the Lautaro Martinez goal.
Yeah, the assist wasn't offside. Yeah.
Anyway, okay, okay, we don't.
Hello. This has never happened before. Oh, it's back. Trystan?
Pardon?
You're back now. You went.
Oh,
it's my internet. Sorry.
right. I'm still here, don't worry. Okay, yeah, midfield is tough. Let me just put Perisic. You sold on Perisic 7.5. He's got Morocco, is it?
Canada.
Sorry, Canada. I mean, I quite like Canada as well, to be fair. But
like I say, though, they're vulnerable, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are, but they did play really well against Belgium. I'm not pretending they didn't. They're a decent team, but they did look vulnerable. And that I can't get over that stat that they've. It's like a mental thing at this point, isn't it? That they've not scored and lost every game.
Yeah,
like brave losers, aren't they?
So you want Shaqiri against Brazil?
Yeah, capable. If you want to get rid of him, it's fine. But who's coming in? You got 7.5. Who's coming in his place?
Well, as I said, I still
Bellingham.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's okay. I can move with that.
I agree with you that Shaqiri will probably get some sort of attacking return, but I think so will Bellingham.
We get Shaqiri for the Serbia game, like match day 3, because you can imagine that'll be a bigger well, not bigger game, but like
yeah. I don't think we can afford it. Danny Olmo looked good as well, but Germany is tough opposition.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I mean, Spain just looked great.
I'd like to see him against Germany before going all in on them. Costa Rica were absolutely awful.
And they spread the points around a lot, don't they, Spain?
Yeah, they did. They do. Put Bellingham in there. Bellingham's right there, I would say.
Bellingham, yeah, okay. You prefer him over Saka, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think Bellingham's probably maybe more consistent.
So that means we've got 2.5. I don't understand this game. I think they've got 2.5 million, but that can't be right because otherwise it was just over budget then. Hang on a second.
Well, what we have to do if we run out of time, what we should do is anyone that's listening has heard what the transfers we're making, and we'll just make them off call.
Let me just quickly do this now, just to get it in. Right, now I can.
So okay. Daniel James is there. He needs to go.
I did get rid of him. Okay.
I can't even remember who we put in though instead of him now. Who are we missing? We've got Kamada, Perisic, Bellingham. Who is the other midfielder? Or Valverde, by the way. How did he play?
Yeah. Expensive, isn't he?
Bentancur was good too.
Yeah, he was.
Bentancur.
Yeah,
they've got a tough game, though, haven't they, Uruguay? They've got Portugal. No, is it Portugal?
I didn't really fancy. Uruguay looked about 5 mile per hour slower than they should be. The whole team.
Okay. So I'm trying to think, who are we missing in there? I feel like.
Oh, hang on, it's messed up again because it's got. Oh no, Bale's a forward, isn't he?
No, it's made all our transfers. It's just there's James is there and he shouldn't be. I don't know why James is there and who did we have in instead of him?
Could we look at more Japanese players like Asano or the Brighton guy? Because Costa Rica were rubbish and they're going to be buzzing off their chests.
Endo's a central midfielder. He's not really known for his attacking.
It's just annoying me that I can't remember who we got in though.
Same. Adam, help.
Right, let me just go to points and then I might see it. I might transfer any of these, is it? Oh, no, Shaqiri. I think it was just because Shaqiri was there, wasn't it?
No, because Bellingham's there. We have a midfielder that
It's now saying I've got 12 million. That's not right, surely. So if I
Scott Olsen's not there. Did we have him?
No, we didn't. So if I just put De Bruyne in, is it going to let me do that? Okay. I think it's because I did
Richarlison, yeah. I don't know why we did that, but okay.
No, that was just so I could force through the transfer.
Because I'm sure we had a more expensive striker than Richarlison and then a cheaper midfielder.
Yeah, we had Kane in, didn't we? Transfer.
Oh, with Neymar, I have a question. It's important. With Neymar injured, who do we think is going to play instead of him? Do we think it's going to be Anthony?
Oh, who knows? It could be any number of players.
Because Anthony's like 7.5 midfielder.
Yeah, but he's a winger. Neymar was playing in the number 10, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of who came on instead of him, because who came on for Neymar?
Trying to remember now. I think what he might do is switch formation and play like 4-3-3 or something, and have like Rafinha and Anthony on the wings.
Yeah.
And then have, like Casemiro, Rafinha. There's loads of options, aren't there? Why can't I? Oh, is it because he's captain? Let me just. Turn that. Now transfer. Kane, right? Okay, Kane's back in.
Noppert, Milinkovic.
Okay, so now 8.5 for a final midfielder.
It's probably Musiala, and we haven't taken him out yet. I'm almost certain we haven't decided on that last midfielder. We haven't decided on it because we have Musiala there. So let's decide on it now.
Yeah, okay. We're just shy of players like Bruno Fernandes and De Bruyne. We could probably get one of those if we decided not to get Van Dijk, I suppose.
No, keep Van Dijk. Let's not be silly. Let's not tinker with the defense. The defense is fine.
Okay. Danny Olmo could still be tempted.
Luis Enrique swears by Olmo.
Is there anyone else that you can think of?
Yeah, but they're all forwards for some reason.
All forwards. Okay.
Even though, it's quite difficult, isn't it?
Trying to think if there's any French or Rabiot is really the only.
I wouldn't trust Rabiot more than one game at a time.
We've got Anthony there. We can, as I said, we can always sub him out before the game. Transfer him out before the game if he's not playing. So
could be.
Well, we might as well do that then.
Could we afford Asensio? Like he's playing up front. Sort of false.
They're all playing up front in Spain. They're all literally playing up front. Until the midfielders just take turns, don't they?
Yeah.
Who plays first out of those teams?
Who? What teams?
So we've got Argentina. Where's Spain?
Spain play, I think, at the weekend. Sunday, I think.
Okay, well, what I would say then is we start with we can transfer to a Spanish player later on in the match day if we want to. And the one I was just looking at was Brazil, wasn't that? Okay, no, so that's right at the end.
Gamble and get Anthony in.
That's what I mean.
Do it. I like a gamble.
How much is Rafinha a forward then?
Yeah, Rafinha's a forward. They're all forwards, Adam. Everyone on the game are forwards.
Yeah.
You should be able to have 5 forwards and 3 midfielders, really.
Yeah. Oh, there's Tristan's favourite, Rafael Guerreiro.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. We did talk about Mbappe. I haven't got any French, and also
well, Well, if we had the money, I'd be happy to dump Kane for Mbappe, but I think we're gonna be 0.5 off.
Yeah, I think we are as well. In which case we just get an 8 million mid.
Well, it's so hard to finally get a midfielder, and now we're going to take him out straight away. Oh dear.
Doing it. We've got Lewandowski playing Saudi Arabia.
Lewandowski has a problem at World Cups. Leave him well alone. There's an issue there. There's a mental block with him at World Cups.
I think the mental block is the Poland midfield are not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is a block, but he did miss a penalty.
He did miss a penalty.
As Trystan tries desperately to sub Mbappe on
before the deadline. Let me just get any old one just for a second. How are they all locked? God, this is so annoying.
Might be 10 o'clock. Just do Anthony for Danny Olmo now. Do Anthony for Danny Olmo and do Kane for Mbappe.
It's just saying they're all locked. Right.
Like, can you take Kane out? Like, click on Kane. Oh, might be the deadline.
What?
I think it is the deadline. So we've got 8 minutes left on this. Oh, it's not. It's 9:48.
Don't.
No,
oh, he's done it. He's done it. He's done it. Yes, Trystan. Very good.
Okay, I need to do the bench order and captains. Messi then Mbappe.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Oh, he is already captain. Fine. Okay, so Bale's playing now, so he goes in. He plays late in it. So Brazil, Portugal. Bellingham has to play. Noppert plays before Milinkovic. Can someone hang on?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. I think did Croatia play quite late in there?
Croatia. Oh, that's a good question.
Right, we haven't got any Uruguay or Portugal players. We haven't got any Brazil or Swiss
Fine
players.
by me.
Serbia, Cameroon, no. Okay, it's a Spanish player. He's on the bench. That's fine.
So you're not having Anthony now then?
No, couldn't afford him with Mbappe. Croatia, yeah, he's on the bench. Don't have a Belgian player. Japanese, yes, he can go on the bench. So sub off for. I think it's Di Maria, isn't it? Okay, I'm happy to keep with double Argentine attack just because they really need to do something in this game. Okay, I think we're all set.
Right. Unbelievable. We've done it. Well done. Well done, Trystan.
Yeah. So I'll just keep on top of it throughout the match day. In terms of like transferring players out for match day 3 kind of thing. So we'll have unlimited transfers, so we'll see how it works. So yeah, hopefully we do all right. We still got the 12th man to play. Maybe we play that in match day 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe even round of 16. We'll see. But other than that, I think we're good to go.
Excellent. Well done. All. Best of luck for match day 2.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.